A good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Erev Shabbos Parshas Vayishlach. Unfortunately, this morning it looks like, and it's just unfolding, but it looks like the fighting has begun once again. And we daven to Hashem that He should give us the strength to do what we need to do, and that our soldiers and all those that are kidnapped, they should come home safely and quickly to us. Throughout our history, we have had to make compromises. We have been ruled by enemies that have wanted to see our destruction, and we have had to do diplomacy. We've had to give them things. We've had to compromise on things in order to be able to find our place and to find our existence inside of every country that we've been in. But the instructions of that and how that needs to take place, I think, are clear in the Torah. The Torah tells us that V'yolin sham b'layla hu, the Yaakov Avinu rested there on that night, V'yikach min haba b'yodei, mincha li'esav achiv, and he prepared a present, a gift for Esav. What was that gift? That gift was haba b'yodo, the stuff that he had, Rashi says. Or Rashi brings a medrash and says, Min haba b'yodo avanim tovos u'margolios, beautiful, precious things. But things that min haba b'yodo, says Rashi, min achulin. Things that were really just chulin, they were just regular. It wasn't kachim, it wasn't holy. It was just regular things. Because regular things he was willing to give away. Material things he was willing to give away. But if you look on, and it talks about all the things that he prepared to send to Esav. And then he said to Avadav, Ivru lefanai, v'revach tasimu ben edel eder, make a space in between each of the flocks. V'yetzav esarishon lemer, and he said to the first group, saying, when you meet Esav, my brother, Ushe'elchan, he's going to ask you, Lemiata, who do you belong to? V'ana selech, where are you going? Ulemi elech levanecha, who's going in front of you? So v'yamarti, you should say to him, La'avdecha liYakov mincha yishlucha. You tell me, you know what? This is a mincha, this is a gift. This is what Yaakov is prepared to give to you. He's prepared to give to you these material things. He's prepared to give to you whatever you need materially, whatever you need from him, whatever money you need from him, whatever possessions you need from him, take them, they're yours. But understand, V'ina gamu acharenu, that in response to your question of who are we, where are we going, we're going with Yaakov. We belong ultimately to God. You can have our stuff, but you can't have us. I can give you mincha yishalucha. I can give you min haba b'yodai. I can give you all my things. But the one thing that I can't give you is my heart and my soul. That you can't have. I'm not willing to sell my principles and my values. I'm not willing to give up who I am. And Yaakov Avinu commanded this to the second, and he instructed the third group. And the Torah is telling us that he told his children to tell his children to tell his children that this was the legacy of Yaakov Avinu. Sell your chulin. Give it away. But fight for your principles. That you hold on to with your very life. And it's amazing that in our generation we become so perverted, it's turned around, that we'll fight for our chulin. And we're happy to sell our principles. But when you look at this war, there are so many things. It's so incredible. The lessons that this war is teaching us on a minute-to-minute basis. One of the profound things that we're learning is that you can't have my principles. Look at those gorgeous pictures of girls lighting Shabbos candles in Gaza, of men davening with the tefillin, making minyanim in the craziest of places, putting up a Hanukkah menorah. In Gaza, in London, you can't put up a Hanukkah menorah. In London, the Muslims took over. They took that away from us. But in Gaza, you can take anything. But you can't take who I am. You see those pictures of soldiers learning. You can make me be here for 11 days, 15 days, a couple of weeks, not be able to shower, not eat properly. You can take away my stuff, but you can't take away who I am. And this morning I see this gorgeous thing. It's a picture, a piece of paper, a rock holding down the paper, and a 50 shekel bill with a little note and an explanation that two residents of Nachal Oz near Gaza went back to their home almost 2 months after the Hamas massacre, which they fled from, and found this note in a 50 shekel note left there by the IDF soldiers who were stationed in their evacuated city. The note says, "We took a bottle of wine to do Kiddush for Shabbos. This is the money for it. Thanks and sorry." You can take away my chulin. You can take away my stuff. But you can't take away my values. And I won't let you take away my principles. And if that's a lesson we learn from this milchama, then that lesson, which is the legacy of Yaakov, that lesson will go a long way in elevating and lifting the Jewish people. Have a beautiful, amazing, wonderful Shabbos.